Every year, ESPN ranks the top 100 high school recruits in the nation. Sometimes players continue their path from top recruit to NBA star, but sometimes we never really hear from them again. In this video, we're going to look at the top 10 recruits from 2016 and where they are now. So if you guys like my content, make sure you like and subscribe. Let's try to get 123 likes on today's video, and let's hop into it. Frank Jackson is a 6'3" point guard from Washington, D.C. He first appeared on the national stage after leading Lone Peak High School as a sophomore to a Utah 5A state championship, getting 18 points a game. He solidified his spot as a top recruit as a junior, getting over 27 points a game. He was extremely well-rounded with consistent highlight reel dunks. He finished his senior season as the 4th-ranked point guard and 10th overall player in the country. He then decided to go to Duke University, where he was projected to be a first-round selection in the 2017 NBA draft. Now, he had a decent freshman season, but definitely didn't exceed expectations, getting just 11 points and 2 assists, shooting 47% from the field. He ended up declaring for the draft, where he was the first pick in the second round to the New Orleans Pelicans. He came off the bench as a rookie, getting 8 points, shooting 43% from the field, but to start this season in his second year, he is playing very solid, getting 10 points, shooting 44% from the field and 35% from 3. I don't think Jackson has a high ceiling, but see a solid career ahead of him as a rotational point guard. Malik Monk is a 6'3" shooting guard from Jonesboro, Arkansas. He began his high school career at East Poinsett County High School, where as a freshman, he got over 23 points a game. He then transferred to Bentonville, where he climbed up the high school rankings after a junior season that saw him average over 26 points. By the end of his senior season, he was one of the most well-known prospects in the country. He had some of the most viral mixtapes of the year and finished as the 9th-ranked player. He then went to the University of Kentucky, where he had an incredible freshman season, getting 20 points a game, shooting 45% from the field and 40% from 3. After his first and only season, he went to the 2017 NBA draft, where he was the 11th overall pick to the Charlotte Hornets. Since getting to the NBA, Monk hasn't lived up to the hype, with some serious defensive struggles on top of terrible efficiency that makes it really hard to keep him on the court. Over the past 2 seasons, he's averaged 8 points a game, but only shooting 38% from the field and 34% from 3. Now this season, we are seeing some improvements in his overall efficiency, but what was supposed to be his biggest strength coming out of college has been his biggest struggle, and that's 3-point shooting, as he is shooting a career low 29%. Now Monk still has a lot of potential, but it's an uphill battle to prove he belongs in this league. I believe the best case scenario for Monk is for him to make a solid career as a 6-man. Myles Bridges is a 6'6" small forward from Flint, Michigan, who actually began his high school career as a center at Flint Southwestern Academy, getting 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game, and by the end of that season, had received his first scholarship offer from Oakland University. He then went to a top basketball program in the country, Huntington Prep, where in his first year, he didn't have that big of a scoring role, getting just 10 points a game, but by the end of his senior season, was a top prospect, getting 25 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. As an 8th-ranked player in the country, he went to Michigan State University, where he had an incredible freshman season, getting 17 points and 8 rebounds, shooting 49% from the field and 39% from 3. Due to his size, production, and top-tier athleticism, he was projected to be a lottery selection in the 2017 draft, but to the surprise of most, returned for his sophomore season. His second year really didn't do much for his draft stock, as he had practically an identical stat line to the previous season, but went to the 2018 NBA draft, where he was a 12th overall pick to the Charlotte Hornets. Now, Bridges didn't shock anybody in his rookie year, getting just 7 points and 4 rebounds, but the potential was clearly there, and this season, he's showing a lot of progress, going to 12 points, shooting 45% from the field and 36% from 3. I really think he has a bright future in this league. Markelle Fultz is a 6'3" point guard from Maryland who was an unknown for most of his high school career. As just a 5'9" sophomore, he was cut from the varsity team, but an assistant coach at Washington recognized his potential and said he had the makings of an NBA All-Star if he continued to grow. By the start of his junior year, he sprouted up to 6'3" and started getting national attention after getting 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists, and by the end of that season had over 20 scholarship offers. Ahead of his senior season, Fultz rewarded Washington's early recruitment with a verbal commitment, and by the end of that year, he was the 7th-ranked player in the country. While Washington didn't have much team success in Fultz's freshman year, he had an incredible season, getting 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 6 assists a game, shooting 48% from the field and 41% from 3. After this, the hype started rolling in, and he was drawing comparisons to some of the NBA's top talent, such as James Harden. Going into the 2017 NBA draft, he was a clear #1 selection, and the 76ers decided to trade up and take him to pair with their incredible young duo of Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. After this, Fultz's story started to get weird. He was dealing with this mysterious shoulder injury that caused him to lose his jump shot, and we didn't see him take the court till the end of his rookie season, where he got just 7 points a game, shooting 40% from the field, and not making a single 3-point attempt. In his second year, it was much the same, and with the 76ers focused on competing in the Eastern Conference, they decided to trade Fultz to the Orlando Magic for Jonathan Simmons and a first-round selection. To start this season, while he's far from the player we thought he would be as the #1 pick, he's showing a lot of progress, getting 11 points, shooting 48% from the field. He's finally looking more comfortable, and I hope nothing but the best for Fultz going into the future. De'Aaron Fox is a 6'3" point guard from Louisiana who attended Cypress Lakes High School, where by the end of his senior season was one of the most exciting players in high school basketball, with his lightning-quick speed, highlight ankle breakers, and posters, and finished the year as the second-ranked point guard and 6th overall player in the country. He then went to Kentucky University, where in his freshman season, he got 17 points and 5 assists, shooting 48% from the field, and ended up becoming the 5th overall pick in the 2017 draft to the Sacramento Kings. As a rookie, it wasn't anything crazy for Fox, getting just 12 points and 4 assists, shooting only 41% from the field, but would break out in his second year, getting 17 points and 7 assists, shooting 46% from the field, 37% from 3, and is on pace to become one of the NBA's top point guards. Bam Adebayo is a 6'9" big man from New Jersey who was a junior at Pinetown High School, would get an insane 32 points and 21 rebounds a game. Ahead of his senior season, he transferred to High Point Christian Academy, where he would average 19 points and 13 rebounds, and finish the year as the 5th-ranked player in the country, and decided to join his fellow top 10 recruits in De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk at Kentucky. In his freshman season, Bam would get 13 points and 8 rebounds a game. Backed by his athleticism and defensive potential, he became the 14th pick in the 2017 NBA draft to the Miami Heat. In his first 2 seasons, he got 8 points and 6 rebounds a game, but now in his third year, that's up to 14 points and 10 rebounds. He's grown into one of the top and most versatile defensive centers in the league, and is a big reason of what looks to be a bright future for Miami. Lonzo Ball is a 6'6" point guard from Chino Hills, California, and is one of the most well-known high school prospects we have ever seen. He had an incredible senior season, leading his team to a 35-0 record and a national title, averaging 24 points, 11 rebounds, and 12 assists. This was one of the most followed high school teams we had ever seen, as he shared the court with his 2 younger brothers, LaMelo and LiAngelo. That season, Lonzo would take home Naismith Prep Player of the Year, Wooten National Player of the Year, Mr. Basketball USA, and finish the season as the 4th overall ranked and #1 point guard in the country. The hype would go to an all-time high in his historic freshman season, leading UCLA to the top offense in the country, getting 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 8 assists a game, shooting 55% from the field and 41% from 3. He ended up getting his dream scenario, becoming the 2nd overall pick in the 2017 NBA draft to his home state Los Angeles Lakers. The beginning of Lonzo's career has been pretty disappointing given the sky-high expectations, getting just 10 points, shooting only 36% from the field and 31% from 3, but has been the playmaker we always expected. It heavily exceeded his expectations on the defensive end. After his second season, Lonzo was traded to the New Orleans Pelicans, and ahead of his recent injury, everything was starting to come together for him, getting 12 points and 6 assists a game, shooting 37% from 3. I firmly believe if he can stay healthy, he has the chance to become one of the most impactful point guards in this league. Jayson Tatum is a 6'8" small forward from St. Louis, Missouri. He had an amazing career at Chaminade High School, where in his senior season, he got 30 points and 9 rebounds a game. He finished the year as a 3rd-ranked player in the country, and rightfully so. He was 6'8", with some of the most versatility and potential on the offensive side. He then went to join Duke University, where he had a great freshman season, getting 17 points and 7 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field and 34% from 3. He would then become the 3rd overall pick to the Boston Celtics in the 2017 draft, where as a rookie, he got 14 points, shooting 48% from the field and 43% from 3, and has improved every season, now averaging over 20 points a game. Josh Jackson is a 6'7" small forward from San Diego, California, where as a senior at Justin Siena High School, got 27 points and 13 rebounds a game. His potential to be a two-way star at the next level led to him becoming the 2nd-ranked player in the country. He then went to the University of Kansas, where as a freshman, he got 16 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 steals a game, shooting 51% from the field and 38% from 3. Drawing comparisons to some of the best two-way players in the league, such as Kawhi Leonard, Jackson became the 4th overall pick in the 2017 draft to the Phoenix Suns. Over his first 2 seasons, Jackson's offensive struggles have been too much to make up for his defensive potential, getting 12 points, shooting only 42% from the field and 29% from 3. This season, after being traded to the Memphis Grizzlies, he's now playing for their G League affiliate in the Memphis Hustle. A pretty disappointing career so far for someone that was his 2nd-ranked player in high school and 4th overall pick in the NBA draft. Harry Giles is a 6'11" power forward from Winston-Salem, North Carolina. He started high school at Wesleyan Christian Academy, where as a junior, he got 24 points and 13 rebounds a game. He would then go to a basketball powerhouse in Oak Hill Academy for his senior season, but would suffer a torn ACL in the team's first scrimmage of the year. Giles was an athletic freak with insane NBA potential, but would never be the same player after this injury. In 26 games at Duke, Giles got just 4 points and 4 rebounds a game. With the hopes Giles would return to that player we saw in high school, the Sacramento Kings took a chance on him with the 20th pick in the 2017 draft. Giles didn't play in his first year, but last season as a rookie, got just 7 points and 4 rebounds a game. It's sad to see the top prospect from 2016 have this low of a start to his career, but I hope he can turn things around. That's the video, guys. You guys tell me your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure you like and subscribe, and the shoutouts are gonna be Waffle, Chip, Ryan, Christopher, and Deshaun. If you guys want to shout out in the next video, all you gotta do is like the video and comment liked or rep notification squad, and I'll shout 5 you guys out. With all that being said, hope you guys have a great day, and peace.